Okay? So, you can hear it again? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell it again. Fuck. So anyway, why not, right? Saturday night. There's this really great saint in India named Neem Karoli Baba, and I'm very inspired by him and his kind of person and his teachings like this. And story goes that kind of, these disciples came to him, and he was this great, realized yogi like this, and they asked him, he has the key, he knows the answers, he's enlightened, we should ask him the question. So these disciples asked Baba, they said, Baba, how do we get enlightened, And they're expecting, like, I think, the magic sauce, like the magic mantra, or like that secret yoga pose that like makes you get enlightened. And he just looks at them and he says, feed people. And they're like, what? Maybe he didn't understand the question. Okay. So he said, Maharaji, how do we raise our kundalini? How do we raise our spiritual, energy? And he said, serve people. That was it. Just feed people, serve people, right? Yeah, right? I told it again. So there's another story I want to tell, if that's okay. This is one of my favorite stories, and this was told to me by a very famous Indian singer named Purnadas Bal, and his father was a great, great saint, and they lived in Bengal, out in the villages of Bengal. And Purnadas told me this story because he was present on the occasion, so we know it's true, no funny business. But he said that his dad would leave, he was a wandering, yogi, he would leave the house, I don't know, and not come back for some time, and his mother would always send Purnadas to go out and find his father, So one time, Nabani Keppel wasn't back, and Purnadas went out to look for his father, and he came to this village, and neighboring village, whatever, and he found his dad sitting there, and said, Dad, why are you here? And he said, I'm just wandering like this, whatever, and these people need help, And he said, what do you mean they need help? And at that time there was this great, great drought in that area in Bengal, right? So none of the farmers they had no rain for their crops, and so none of their crops were growing, and this famine was coming, and they were thinking, oh, we're all gonna die, And what do? We don't know what to do, how to make it rain, So they asked this great being, this great yogi, they said, please, Baba, give us instructions on what to do. The rain needs to come. We need to grow our crops so we can feed each other, feed, everyone, our village, feed ourselves. So they prayed to him, Baba, what should we do? Should we do some ceremony, whatever, like this? And he said, no. He said, just gather all the village of all the children of the village, right? And just feed them inside the temple. That's all you need to do. And it will rain. I'm like, what? That's not what you need to do. No, just grab all the children and feed them. So he brought all the village chiefs, brought all the village children into this temple, and they fed them, and like a couple of days later it rained. Everything was fine, right? It was true, he told it to me. Don't give me that silence. So what I'm trying to get at, is that in our culture, I guess, in our Western culture, feeding people kind of is like an overlooked thing. We have such availability to food and like this, but how do we show love? What's one of the easiest ways to show love? You invite somebody over to your home, you feed them, right? Because you're filling them up, And in India, we believe that this great spirit, this great supreme consciousness, one without a second, is residing in all of our hearts, right? So actually when we feed somebody, we're actually feeding that great consciousness, right? And it spreads, it has an effect, it has a ripple, right? So that's what we're trying to do here for these 2 nights, and we're so overjoyed and so humbled by all of y'all's participation in this event. All the ticket sales going to Conscious Alliance's beautiful, beautiful Boulder company that does so much for feeding people. So I just want to bring out Joe from Conscious Alliance, who's just going to speak a little bit about it.